the sense that I'm getting, I've never heard you say this, but you get the sense that a class size cap was never on the table, that's something that the government wouldn't agree to. There have been instances in other provinces where that has been included in agreements with the teachers. Why not in Alberta?
Yeah, I was actually just reading a little bit more about this last night and looking at the different approaches that different provinces take. And
What do you mean you just started reading into this last night? You have been in negotiations with the teachers and the ATA for the past 18 months, and you're telling me that you just started last night looking into what other provinces are doing? You are the education minister. I would think that you would know what other jurisdictions are doing like it's the back of your hand, so that you can see what works and what doesn't work. What's interesting is that at the time of this interview, less than 48 hours before, you took away the charter rights of 51,000 teachers, and you're only now looking into these other solutions in other provinces? Because what you're telling me is that you did not look at every possible outcome to improve Alberta's education system, to improve outcomes for kids in our public education system before using the notwithstanding clause. Because if that is the case, you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. And I encourage everybody to go watch this interview for themselves. Demetrios himself admits that classrooms are too large and overcrowded and that there's lots of complexity. Except there is nothing, absolutely nothing in the contract that they forced onto 51,000 teachers that would hold the government accountable to address any of these issues. So all this government's talk about trying to fix classroom complexity and class sizes is exactly that. It is just talk, because there is no action behind their words. If they wanted to fix it, they would have fixed it in the last 6 years. If they wanted to fix it, they would have negotiated something into the contract over the last 18 months. But they didn't do that because they don't actually care about public education. They couldn't give a shit. And believe me when I tell you this is the first time that this government has used the notwithstanding clause, but if they get their way, it will not be their last.